Christian asked to hire people to be part of leadership to help managing and training the rest of your company. When is the best time to do that? And I think he's got a little bit of extra question down here. Should you wait till it's actually needed to free up time for better things? Should you bring on someone to be in their genius zone? Like he's got a particular point in the business here that is not very strong at organizational stuff where, when should he bring in other people like a lord or a mechanic? And if you haven't heard of the Lord or the Mechanic archetypes, this is actually from a framework called Wealth Dynamics. And Wealth Dynamics was created by Roger Hamilton. And it's a little bit like DISC or Myers-Briggs, but it's specifically related to wealth generation and productive work. And this is a test that you can take online. If you Google Wealth Dynamics, then you'll be able to find the test. And that test will give you an idea of what your archetypes are with the way that you work. You can see here some examples of some different archetypes here, and these are basically based on psychology in the background, introversion and extroversion, and being task versus people based. But what this framework does is allows you and your team to really understand what your superpowers are. And so if you are a business owner and you're looking to get the maximum performance out of your team, well, this is one really great way to do that. Now, I've spoken in other videos about delegation and how you can choose what to delegate first. You really want to delegate the things first that you don't like doing. Then you want to delegate, specialist tasks. And then you want to delegate, at the end, the things that are just, you might like doing them, but they're not great use of your time. But using a framework like Wealth Dynamics can really help you to understand who are the perfect people to put into the perfect positions. So, for example, if you are a creator, well, then you're probably going to need someone who is a good supporter to be around you inside the business. Creator is someone who's always creating and birthing new ideas, but they tend to be the people who are not always great on follow-up or not always great on bringing things through to completion. We all know an entrepreneur like that. You may know them very personally. If someone is a mechanic and they like working on the system or working in the background of the business, tweaking the machine, they may not be the person who is really comfortable promoting the business and actually, like staying out in the limelight and bringing new, vision and bringing new customers in with promos. So they could probably benefit from having a star in the business. Now, for someone who is a lord, where they're the kind of person who is focused on capital allocation and making great investments and trying to make sure that all of the purse strings are held tightly in the business, but they're going to need someone who's going to bring inspiration and new ideas and new strategies into the business. And so they may choose to pair up with a creator. So I think this is a great way of thinking about who you should be bringing into the business and how you should be bringing them into the business. Now, the balance here comes down to the balance of leveraging time and leveraging money. While you are an early stage business and you're doing a lot of the things yourself, then you're probably leveraging your time. But you do have the resource of money that you can leverage to hire other people to do tasks for you. So whether that's an outsourcing service, whether that's a full-time person who's coming on to take advantage of that, whether they're employed in your local economy or an international economy, like potentially the Philippines, which may get you access to top quality talent at a cheaper price than you would pay locally. That's all the things that you need to balance when you're making this decision. But what I would say is to audit the work that you're doing right now and really get honest with yourself about how efficient you are at doing the work. Now, I know that being more on the creative side and, I'm a visionary founder, I'm really great at birthing new ideas and coming up with new strategies. But when it comes to actually implementation and when it comes to, methodical follow-up, that's not necessarily my strongest point. And so I've always found other people inside my business or found other people and brought them into my business to actually help with the execution, because I'm really great at birthing new ideas, executing them, not so much. And so that's why I have those people who are really great at implementing. Now, if I was tasked to implement something, it might take me 6 hours to do a task because I'm procrastinating that someone else could get done in 1 to 2 hours. And that is a literal number. So if you are right now doing a task inside your business that is taking you 6 hours and someone else could do that in 2 hours, well, it really makes sense to delegate that to someone else because you get 6 hours back for the cost of 2 hours of somebody else. And that's where you really start to get some pretty cool leverage. And so I'm always a fan of getting things off my plate that I either don't like doing or I'm not good at, and even the things that I am good at doing that I am maybe not the best person to do in the business, because I know that I'm always going to get return on investment back in my time. Now, I'm in the very privileged position of having built our business to the scale level, and we have management teams in place, and we have phenomenal leaders, and we have people who just take care of things for me. I've got a PA who I can just tell things to the PA, and she will even work them out with the rest of the team. I don't even have to delegate things to managers, individually anymore if I don't want to. And your role as a business owner, between wherever you are now and 20 employees, which is the golden mark, if you're not there yet, is to manage all of these resources effectively. Your time is the most important. If you're spending any of your time on things that are low priority tasks, then you're going to run into trouble. But once you get the business grown to that point, then it just becomes about optimization and really, really being in your genius zone in the business if you want to remain operational in the business so that the business can grow and continue to exceed. Now, if you are a larger scale business and you're trying to work out, who is the perfect person to hire for the right role, and you're 20 employees or above in your business, the one question that I like to ask people is, what is your superpower? And really try and get to the bottom of, what people have been put on this earth to do. And then try and find a way to align people's superpower with a role inside your organization. If you can align someone's personal goals, personal dreams, personal ambitions with the business and actually bring those together, then you're going to have a great chance of building a high-performing team and a high-performing business. If you like this content, please hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live or drop new content on the channel. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, hit us up on social media or join our free community group. All the links to that are right below this video. If you'd like to learn more about Google Workspace and the technology ecosystem, you can join our free Genius Academy by transferring your billing across to itGenius. Or you can join a Workspace Basics Bootcamp. Now, if you're a business owner and you're interested in an audit on your technology stack or your Workspace account, or you're looking to do a project in the tech world, well, you can take advantage of our free consultation. And if you need help right now, then consider joining Concierge or taking up a quick fix with our team for professional support for your tech stack.